What's the thing that you keep giving to God and then taking back 5 minutes later? You pray about it, you feel calm for a second, and then your mind grabs it again like, okay, Lord, thanks, let me go ahead and handle the panic from here on out, right? That tug of war, that's called inner turmoil. I'm out hiking right now, and even though I know these trails like the back of my hand, there's still parts where it gets steep or slick, where my legs start complaining. Knowing the trail doesn't stop the strain, and knowing what's true doesn't necessarily stop the turmoil. Here's the problem. Most inner turmoil isn't coming from what's happening right now. It's coming from what might happen in the future. We start living in the future, trying to control outcomes that we can't control, and we tie our peace to results. If it works out, then we're okay, but if it doesn't, then we spiral. And I'll be honest, this is something I personally wrestle with a lot, like with my book, with writing in general, with creating content. I can put my whole heart into something, and then I start obsessing over numbers. I start obsessing over outcomes. Will it do well? Will people like it? Will it flop? Did I pick the right niche? Should I change the thumbnail? Should I rewrite the hook? Should I scrap the whole thing and start over? And I've done that a ton of times. What starts out as I care about excellence can quietly become I need the outcome to validate me. It's the same thing at work. I want things handled right. I want things to go smoothly. I want to make good calls, have good results, keep people safe, and keep things professional. But if I'm not careful, the weight of what if it goes wrong becomes this constant pressure. And then there's home projects. Have you ever started a project thinking it'll be a simple one-day thing, and suddenly you're 2 days in and 4 trips to the hardware store, and you have a impending sense of doom and existential dread? It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of not, because what I'm really feeling is that I need this to go the way that I planned. So we end up in this loop of worry, replay, try to fix it, recheck it, overthink, prepare for every worst case scenario, and we call it being responsible. But a lot of the time it isn't responsibility, it's simply fear. And here's the hard truth. You can't worship control and call it faith. That's idolatry. So what do? The answer isn't to stop feeling. The answer is re-anchoring. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. That phrase, do not lean on your own understanding, is where the fight is. Because inner turmoil is usually what happens when I'm leaning hard on my own understanding and my predictions, and my timeline, and my control, and my plans. And God is saying, trust me with your whole heart and not just with your words. So I want to share a practical way to do that when the turmoil spikes. Step 1, name what you're trying to control. Not just the situation, but your demand inside of it. For me, it sounds like, God, I'm trying to control whether this book succeeds. I'm trying to control whether this content takes off. I'm trying to control how people respond to me. Name it, because unnamed fear becomes permanent pressure. Step 2, separate obedience from outcomes. You gotta ask 2 questions. What is mine to do today? What is not mine to decide? What's mine to do? Be faithful, do the work, show up, tell the truth, plan wisely, keep my character clean, keep my priorities right, treat people well, and trust God. Not mine? Results, timing, other people's reactions, and how the story ends. God never asked you to be the author. He asked you to be faithful in your part to play. Step 3, release control with specific words. Most people surrender in theory, but not actually in practice. So say it like this. Lord, I release my demand to know the outcome. I release my need to control how this ends. I release my fear of failing. And I trust you with what I can't carry. I trust you with all of these things. And when the turmoil comes back, because it will, don't shame yourself. Release it again. Surrender isn't a one-time event. It's a rhythm. So step 4, replace the spiral with an anchor. Here's a short prayer I use when my mind starts spinning. Jesus, you're in control. You're Lord over this. I'll do what I can and release what I can't. Give me the peace and wisdom to know which is which. Philippians 4, 6, and 7 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Pick one thing that you've been carrying, the one thing that you keep taking back from God, and do this today. Write it down physically on paper in one sentence. and then pray one honest prayer, releasing that specifically back to God. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And if you know someone who's stuck in this mental tug of war, send this to them. Hopefully it'll help them. Peace isn't found in controlling outcomes. Peace is found in trusting the God who holds them. I created a free 7-day field kit that will help you grow and become closer to God, completely free. It's going to be in my bio or in the description box below. Check it out and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe or follow for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. God bless you.